to see some Christian with just lazily dunking, and unfortunately no response from the non-Kalami trained da'iyah. And this is where I said earlier, I've said it many times, it's as if you are fighting with one hand tied behind your back. You're fighting with a sword, your opponent has come with rifles and machine guns. It's exactly what we've been saying for ages, that a Muslim must learn ilm al-Kalam. This book here is defending ilm al-Kalam. Here we have a Muslim who is a mushabbih type of, they claim to be athariya, but essentially they're mushabbih. Maybe you can, there's a fuzzy border sometimes around tajseem. If you say a tajseemi statement and then say in a way that befits His Majesty, وَلَيْسَ كَمِثْلِهِ شَيْءٍ, get out of jail free card. But you just said a tajseemi statement. So at the very best, you're saying something that does not make sense.
To be a God to be worshipped, you know. So that's the reason why the Holy Spirit, for example, is the same thing. It is in the creation. Anything that is in the creation cannot be God. Anything that is in the creation cannot be God.
Okay, well, I don't know why would you ask that question about Allah entering His creation. You believe He does.
It doesn't say that in Islam.
Every third part of the night, what does Allah do?
He descends to the lowest heaven.
Is heaven part of creation or it's uncreated?
Anything that is in the creation cannot be God.
But we don't understand how that works.
We know that's, and then when Christians tell you we don't understand, and we say mystery, I see you stupid Christians, but you can use it, billah kayfa. But still, does He enter the lowest heaven every third part of the night?
He comes down. The hadith says He comes down to the lowest heaven.
Okay, so when He's coming down, He's entering, it's heaven creation.
Heaven is creation, yes.
Okay, so heaven's creation. So what is this about Allah not entering into creation? When you just said, because you follow hadith, Allah comes down to the lowest heaven, the heaven nearest to us, which is part of creation.
Yeah, that is true, yes.
Okay, so where's the
But He doesn't come on earth. He doesn't come to the earth, though.
You want to bet? Surah 27, 7-9 says He was on earth in a tree. Can you open it up for him? When He came to it, He was called, blessed is He who is in the fire, and He who's about it. Glory be to God, the Lord of all being. Now, next verse. Moses, behold, it is I, God, the Almighty, the All-Wise. So who's in the fire? We know who's around it. It's Moses. He said, blessed is He who's in the fire. And He says, Moses, it is I, Allah, the Almighty. So who was in the fire?
It doesn't say Allah is in the fire.
You didn't answer the question. Who's in the fire?
I don't know. I don't know who's in the fire.
So who spoke from the fire and saying it is Allah?
Allah spoke from the fire.
Okay, so you just, whether you like it or not, if Allah spoke from the fire, then when He says, blessed be He in the fire, you just said Allah's in the fire, even though you don't want to admit it. That's okay. We're working with you.
Anything that is in the creation cannot be God.
Now they say to us, oh, don't bring up matters of kalam. Hold on a second. Once you get dunked on in this manner, layupped on even, then we have to talk kalam. What is the meaning of men finnar? And that was what the Christian did to dunk on the non-kalam based brother. I'm not blaming the brother. Some people just, they didn't learn, that's all. Nothing wrong with not learning. The wrong is the result that happens, which is displays like that, which get out to people and say, okay, the Muslims have no basis because their God is also equally in the earth. So ours is in the earth too, in the form of Jesus. What's the problem? Right? You see, that's the logic. If your God can come down to the heavens, why can't He come into Jesus? So your God is also in the heavens and above the throne. Our God is also in the form of Jesus and in the form of God. What's the difference? Your God is in the lowest heavens of the earth. Your God is above the throne. Your God is in the bush. So that's what they're saying. So that's a fitna. When people spread out a false theology of Islam, people are going to have a misunderstanding of what Islam is.